This is part 2 of the perk discussion. If you want to see the first half, click on the link down in the description. And we're starting out with Charisma. Happy Camper. Hunger and thirst grow 40% more slowly when in camp or in a team workshop. So when you're in a camp, or in a base or something, or in a team workshop and multiplayer, you won't be as hungry and thirsty, which is pretty decent. But if you're not around a camp or a team workshop a lot, this card's not that good. Happy-go-lucky. Your luck is increased by 2 while under the influence of alcohol. This one's pretty decent. If you're already addicted to alcohol, you might as well get this card, because you're going to need it anyway. But if you want that luck stack to go up, and you're already drinking anyway, this card's pretty decent. Quack Surgeon. Revive other players with liquor. This card is pretty funny. I don't know what the situation is you have to revive, but I assume you have to have certain materials or perks like this one. So if you have liquor, and you're already using it for other perks or something, or you're already addicted, and you're in multiplayer, this one's actually pretty good. Spiritual Healer. You regenerate health for 5 seconds after reviving another player. So if you're the one that always is surviving and then everyone's else dying around you, you can revive them, regenerate back to full. Enemies start shooting at you again, just revive your other dead friend who's really bad. And I assume after you upgrade it, the either more health you will regenerate, or the longer time you'll regenerate for is more likely. Strange in numbers. Positive mutation effects are plus 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. This is especially good in multiplayer, of course, and if you have a lot of mutators on your side, then 25% stronger is a really big boost. Right, bodyguards gain 8 damage and energy resist, maximum of 24 for each teammate, excluding you. That's level 2, but that's pretty good, 8 damage and resist. Yeah, if you have a lot of teammates around, of course, this will be a very good card. If you're constantly around you, gaining damage and like defense at the same time is a pretty good way to either survive, kill someone, or just hold out long enough for your team to kill everyone. Hard bargain. Buying and selling prices at vendors are better. This is especially good if you're a really good shopper and you like to buy a lot of items, or sell some that you've come across on your journey, and upgrading it I assume will just make the prices even better. So if you want to get a lot of gold, or whatever the currency is, to buy stuff or sell stuff, I think this card's pretty good. Inspirational. When you are on a team, gain 5% more XP. Now this class has a lot to do with multiplayer, but XP gain is usually pretty good. You can level up perks faster, you can get perks faster, and just leveling up always feels good. So inspirational is pretty good. Party Girl, the effects of alcohol are doubled, so if you combine this with other cards that increase your effects too, then this card will be pretty good. I don't know what the effects of alcohol are by themselves, but we'll have to see if this card's going to be actually good. Right now we have Lone Wanderer. When adventuring alone, take 10% less damage and gain 10% AP regain. This is of course if you're a single player. It's like one of the only single player perks that we have right now. I mean, taking the 10% less damage, always good. So if you're a single player, this is probably a necessary perk for you. Team Medic. Your Stimpaks now heal nearby teammates for half the normal strength. So I assume it wouldn't heal them at all before. So getting half the normal strength is better than nothing. And if you're like the designated medic guy who always revives and heals everyone, you should probably get that perk. Bloodsucker. Blood packs now satisfy thirst, no longer irradiate, and heal 50% more. This is probably one of the best cards, because blood packs are pretty useful on their own, but now they satisfy thirst and heal 50% more. Yeah, that's a really good card. Squad Maneuver. Run 10% faster when part of a team. If you're trying to outrun someone, trying to chase someone down, trying to run away from a monster maybe, and you just don't want to get caught behind like some slower guy, you can get this perk to outrun your friends so you can survive. Philanthropy. Restore some of your teammates' hunger and thirst when you eat or drink. This is a pretty good card if you're in a team. And if you're always like eating or drinking, you might as well help someone else out. This is a really good team-based card. So Charisma is basically helping out your teammates. I assume there's going to be more, a little bit more single player cards, but this is mainly multiplayer and being with the teammates and helping your teammates out. Alright, now moving on to intelligence. Contractor. Crafting workshop items now cost 25% fewer materials. This is pretty good if you're constantly crafting stuff. You want to build like a really big shelter or some kind of building, and you don't really have the materials. You don't want to scrounge around the place anymore. This one is pretty decent. Master Hacker. Gain +1 hacking skill and terminal lockout time is reduced. I'm not really sure what you can do with this card. If you are hacking stuff, like maybe you can hack like the new launch codes or whatever. And I don't know what the terminal lockout time is, but I guess reducing it is pretty good. We'll have to see with this card and how good it is in the game. First aid, stim packs restore 10% more lost health. And of course you can upgrade it at least 4 times. So if you upgrade it to the fullest level, you will basically be invincible if you have a lot of stim packs. Exotic weapons. You can now craft rank 1 exotic weapon mods. Bans required. This is level 2, so I don't know what the level 1 would be. But yeah, weapon mods are generally pretty good. They enhance your weapons. And they're exotic weapon mods, so I guess they're better than normal ones. We'll have to see what kind of mods you can craft. We have Grease Monkey. Workshop items are 30% cheaper to repair. So if people are always destroying your stuff, I guess this is pretty good. And I guess you don't want to rebuild it. But I don't know about this card. It's okay. So intelligence is basically having to do with building stuff, hacking, health, getting health more, crafting more stuff like weapon mods. But we don't have that much to go off of. Agility. Marathoner. Sprinting consumes 20% fewer action points. So this one you can sprint for longer distances, and if you upgrade it a lot, you can basically sprint forever, which is pretty good for running away or catching up to someone. Goat legs. Take 80% less damage from falling. This is level 2. But if you are falling a lot, like maybe off of mountains or just falling off of cliffs, you don't realize we're there or something, I guess this is pretty good. But generally, people shouldn't really need that one. Dodgy. Spend 30 action points to avoid 10% of each enemy attack. So depending on how many action points you have at the time, spending 30 of them means you can't really run away. So you're basically staying there to fight, but avoiding 10% means 10% less damage pretty much. So that means you can survive longer. So agility is like the least one we know about, but it's basically about running, falling, more. Finally, we have luck. Scrounger is a 50% chance to find extra ammo when you search an ammo container. This one's pretty good because you always need ammo. Always. So in searching an ammo, there might not be many ammo containers around, so you need all the ammo you can get. Starched genes. You will never mutate from rads, and Radaway will never cure mutations. So if you do not want to mutate, or do not want to cure your mutations, this is level 2, so I'm guessing level 1 is like either or of these, or maybe it's like sometimes. But yeah, if you don't want to mutate, I'm assuming there's benefits to mutations, but also consequences. So we'll have to see the positives and negatives on this. Mystery meat. Stim packs generate excessive edible meat. Higher rads improve the chance. This is level 3. If you don't have a lot of food around, I guess this is decent. But I'm assuming food will be plentiful. But if you want to generate, if you're using a lot of stim packs to heal yourself, I guess edible meat is okay. This one's not that good in my opinion though. Mysterious Stranger. The Mysterious Stranger appears more often when using VATS. This is level 2, so I assume it will appear more often if you upgrade them and less often if it's level 1. But if you are using VATS a lot, I don't know what this Mysterious Stranger does. Maybe he helps you in a fight, maybe he can sell you certain items, but we'll have to see about this card. Finally, we have Luck of the Draw. Your weapon has a 10% chance to regain condition when hitting an enemy. Not really sure what regain condition means, but I guess if your weapon has some extra like perk on it, then it has a 10% chance to do it again or something. And I don't really understand this card, but it could be useful if you do have a condition on your weapon. Alright, so that is all of the special perk cards revealed so far. Of course, these are all my opinions on how these cards are good or not, but a lot of them we don't really know how they will work. So tell me which the best card is down in the comments below, in your opinion, which ones are good and bad, and thank you guys for watching.